Do I want to hear a joke? Well, I can't hear it, but you could write it. I look lonely. No, I'm not lonely. I don't know. Go on, tell me. Hello, how's it going? Don't have towers and chest, mate. Unfortunately, would be funny if it was relevant, but you don't have towers and chests. When do you have towers and chests? You have rooks, not towers. What is my name? My name is bushcraftsussex. How do you do? What am I doing? I'm making an axe handle. Normally I make spoons. Is one I've been working on. I need to finish sanding it up. There's a spoon that I made with a twisted handle on it. There you go. That's another example. Make stuff like that normally. But I'm making a handle for this old Kent pattern axe head. I'm just chamfering down the top bit. Ooh, yeah. Lost the queen, but we've still got a king, which is the mainstay of throughout the English history. Actually, kings. There's only been a couple of queens that have been in charge. Don't know what's my real nemma. I don't know what a nemma is, so I don't know. Oh, I couldn't tell you. I don't know what a nemma is. What's a nemma? Don't tell me that's a crack in there. Oh no, it's not sporting. That's fine. That's not a problem. I don't mind a bit of sport. Those are beautiful. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. Hopefully this axe handle will be beautiful when I finish it. I'm just making the top bit where the head fits on. Remember me? Probably. I don't know. I talk to a lot of people. I'll grab my knife. Talk to lots and lots and lots of people on there. Changed your PFP. I don't know what that means. I don't know what a PFP is. Oh, profile picture. Oh, righto. Profile is one word, isn't it? So it'd be PP. If you're going for an abbreviation. I still wouldn't have known what you were going on about. Going to go now. Righto. See you later. Hi, bud. What am I up to? Oh, not too much. I'm just making an axe handle at the moment. I'm just chamfering down the top so I can get. I've got an old Kemp pattern axe. I've got a mate who goes to a lot of antique fairs, and he always brings me things to fix. And he's like, "Oh, if you can fix this for me, I'll give you an axe head. Or I'll give you what I'll do. I hung an axe for him last time, and he gave me an old blow lamp. You know, the old paraffin blow lamp. You know, the ones like the old school ones. You put the paraffin on and pump them up. I've fixed the leather washer on it. I've cleaned it up, but my mate's made me a he's got an old screwdriver and he's ground out the middle of it so I can actually take out the spout because it's blocked up. And the only way I can clean it out is to take it out and thread a needle through it basically, and just to take the take all the gunk out of it, and it should be ready to go. And, but what I normally do is I normally do stuff like this. I make like spoons like that on my lives anyway. I make spoons. There's a spoon that I made. I like this one. It's done in spalted ash, so it's got that really dark sort of those dark lines in it. Where the old what's his name is. But it looks really cool. Here's one I'm working on at the moment, which I've started sanding, and yeah, giving it a sand, and then it'll be ready to go. Also, cheers, man. It is appreciated. I also make walking sticks and stuff. Here's a walking stick I made, carved the barley twist into it. So a walking stick. I was going to carve the handle, but I quite like the way it looked naturally anyway, so I've just left it. But I need to get. My mate's got a forest, and I need to get up there and cut a few more sticks to dry out for the next summer, so I can do some carving. This is one of my favourite ones. I carved the wizard staff. Here you go, and it's got a wizard's face in it. Oh, I'm blurry. Beautiful work. Cheers, man. It is appreciated. Yeah, and he's got a wizard's face, and his beard goes round the stick all the way down to the bottom. want to make another one of these. I quite like that one. I'm halfway through making a crossbow as well. I need to finish that because yeah, when you're scraping it, worth a few quid. That, yeah, man. Yeah, I could probably sell them for quite a bit. There's got some faces that I carved into a piece of wood. This is my practice log I use. Sort of messed that one up. It's meant to be half in the log and half out of it. But there's a little man in there as well. But yeah, man, that's what I like doing in an evening. I like doing a bit of carving with the waste. I make these little fairy doors as well. These little ones that you can put on tree stumps with the old wooden back, all held together with wooden dowels. And then what I do is I get like a really pointy craft knife and split the dowel and then hammer in a tiny little wedge, like proper delicate stuff. But once it's together, they're actually really strong. We're going to make a big version of that to put on the door of a shelter that we're building up at my mate's woods. We've got the roof on. We've built one wall. We're going to build the other wall out of wattled hazel coppice because we're going to do some coppicing this winter. And then we're going to build the front, and we're either going to have two massive doors that open with a big fire outside, or do like a little door. Never got the hang of that kind of detail, but it's one of those things, you know what I mean? It's sort of practice at the end of the day. I mean, I never thought I'd be able to do it. I remember when I was a kid, I used to watch like Ray Mears, watching him like carving axe handles and oars and stuff like that. And I just thought to myself, I'd never be able to do that. And I started having a go at it when I was about 16. And then I've been doing it ever since, basically, just carving spoons and stuff. I even made myself a little teaspoon for when I go camping as well. It's like, I keep taking metal teaspoons with me, and then I cleaned out my bag the other day and had about 20 teaspoons in there, and I was like, oh, there's a load of teaspoons. So I just decided to make myself a little oak one, little oak oiled, little it's cured now, so it shouldn't leak oil into my tea. Hopefully, fingers crossed. You never know. We'll give it a go. I'll do it with some hot water to start off with. I did start carving a bowl out the other day, but it started to crack, but it seems to have stabilised, so I reckon I can get away with it. And that's carved with a carpentry gouge and an axe. So I did the outside with an axe, and then the carpentry gouge, which is the main reason of I'm putting getting this old Kent pattern head that I got. Bloody old axes. Really good steel. It holds a really decent edge. But what I'm going to do is, because it has, like, I've got an old Husqvarna. I'll show you. It's a good hatchet, but the problem is with it is it's more for knocking branches off of trees. You know, it's not really a carving axe. It hasn't got the flatness that Kent pattern has. Well, I know Kent patterns are good for coppicing and stuff like that, but I'm going to use it for carving. But that's the edge I've got on my hatchet. I lose it as soon as it's over. I just love it too much. Yeah, man. Nice. Yeah, sweet. I'm the same. I've got things that I really like and I don't lose them. But that's my sort of like woods axe that I use if I'm out camping or whatever. Well, if I'm on the permission, I'll take this with me. If not, I won't take an axe with me because you don't want to get clobbered with an axe in your hands at the end of the day. So, but yeah, it's not narrow enough. But this Kent pattern's got a very fine profile on it. So hopefully I can. It's a beauty. Yeah, this is a nice little axe. It's lovely. It's not too bad at all. It's good. Let's say it knocks coppice limbs off, hazel bush all day long. You wouldn't want to do any heavy work with it, obviously, because it's just a hatchet. But it's decent. No, it's still awake. Oh yeah, door's closed, isn't it? I don't know why the door's closed. But I'm just chamfering down the end of this so I know the head fits, and then I'll actually carve the handle. And I'll carve some sort of pattern into it to see what I can do. You coming past, are you? I'll stand up so you can squeeze past. Need to sort this table out and move it back. So we'll go through it all. This stuff's lovely for starting fires. Oh, there she goes. I need to edit the video, but I did a video because I dried out a Ganoderma applanatum, the artist bracket fungus, and as you can see, there's the telltale spores that you can write onto when you pick them. And yeah, and what you do is you get your knife. If you scrape at it like you were going to do like with a pair of socks to get the lint off. You get oh, just dropped it. Stinks of mushroom. You get like this fluff on there, and if you throw a spark onto that, you can blow it into a coal really easily, and that will pick up a spark from like flint, not like a ferrocerium rod. It'll pick up flint, as in, you know, two pieces of flint sparking together, and it'll hold that spark really well. It's not as good as chaga. The inner notice obliquus, I think the chaga is. Not as good as a chaga, but you can't really find chaga around here because it's too warm. You get it, I think, up north you can find it, but it's really rare. But I've got a Canadian friend, and he sent me a big lump of chaga, and I've still got a bit of chaga, yeah, and a load of dried morel, the old Marcella petaris mushrooms, and yeah, we sent all that over to me. And the chaga, you just flick a spark at it, and it holds the spark so well. It's such a good fire lighter, and it smells like sweet incense as well. It's bloody brilliant stuff. It does smell nice, but it's also really good for you. That's an artist bracket. You find them all over the place. They're like, you get them normally in like ancient forests on big dying trees. This is a tiny little one that I found on a log pile, but I had to grab it because I couldn't miss it up. Missed the opportunity. But it's very soft inside. It's almost like a rawhide sort of feeling, and you scrape it with your knife, and it builds up like a fluff. Yeah, it's called the artist's bracket. Look it up, man. I need to get up there. I need my mate to give me a lift because I don't drive. But up on the hills, I know a stretch of forest, and there's a dying oak tree. Well, it's dead and rotten, but it's got them big enough that you could sit on them. You know what I mean? And stand on them. And they're massive. They're really handy. And if you cut them down, they grow back anyway. Because the thing is with mushrooms and fungus and stuff like that, what you see is actually the fruit in bud body. So it's like the apple on the tree. The actual plant's the mycelium, or plant mycelium. It's not a plant, is it? It's mycelium, but the actual mycelium's in the tree, so it just keeps sprouting them out. So you're not actually like damaging anything or ruining anything. Hello, man. How's it going? I love Wales, man. Wales is a beautiful country. I used to go camping in a place called Aberbrown 4 years ago in my teens, in the Brecon Beacons, next to Brecon. In my teens, yeah. I'm not that old. Leave me alone. I've got about 4 teeth and no hair, but I'm not that old. But yeah, if you get yourself Ganoderma applanatum is the Latin name for them, and they I'm just blunting my knife. Bit of a strop, can't beat a strop. And if you dry them out, the bigger ones obviously take longer to dry out, and then you cut the top off of it, or cut the crust off of it, because it's got like a hard crust, and you get to that felt in the middle. It's like a felt. Scrape it up, and it's really good. Oh, awesome, man. Yeah, we used to stay on a farm in Aberbrand. It was just such a beautiful place. We used to go camping there for a week. Brilliant place, absolutely quality. I used to go fishing. I used to do all sorts of stuff up there. Well, mainly fishing, hiking, and camping, and making fires and cooking salmon and trout on the fire and stuff like that. It's absolutely brilliant. It's just my younger years. I'd love to go again, actually. The top chip, cheers. Yeah, just dry it out, cut all the crust off of it, and then you can sort of split it into sheets. This is a small one, so it's really hard to, it was really hard to do it with, but I wanted it just to do the demonstration. I'll upload the video soon. Yeah, if you just rough it up with your knife, and it literally makes like a really light fluff. And even if you get a what's his name, a ferro rod or something like that, and just flick a spark onto it, it just holds the spark. Obviously, blow it into a coal, put it into your tinder bundle, and got yourself a decent fire. I mean, you don't have to do. There's a lot easier ways, like a lighter, obviously, but there's always that romanticism. I think that's the word for it, where you can, you're doing stuff. I did a bonfire the other night, and I did a friction fire to start the bonfire. I mean, I really enjoyed doing them, doing stuff like that. Sparking. If you go along the beach as well, I don't know if you're anywhere near the sea. I live right next to the sea. But if you go along the beach, you can find naturally occurring iron porites, and if you can find a decent sized lump of it, you can nap a piece of flint into a certain sort of wedge shape, and you can run it along the iron porites, and that will flick a spark onto the tinder fungus. So you don't need any modern technology or anything to get a fire going. And then obviously blow it into a coal, put it into a tinder bundle, bit of birch bark, some really thin sticks and stuff like that, and then you've got yourself a really, really nice, decent fire. But I spent when I was a kid, I don't know if you remember, there was a program on called The Bush Tucker Man years ago, and he used to go around Australia staying with the Aborigines, and he'd learn about all the food that they eat and how they survive. And I was like obsessed with it when I was a kid. I was like, this is what I want to do when I'm older. This is brilliant. Got into that, and then I started like obviously watching like Ray Mears and people like that. And then when I was about 16, I started going out and practicing it. And I've always been fascinated with like the ancient ways of doing things, like the Stone Age technology and stuff like that. I failed the boat. I got so close. In the bundle let me down as well. Dry, really, really dry piece of ash. Where's my not for your hearth, but if you get a nice dry piece of ash, or any sort of pine would probably do quite well. And if you get your knife and you run it like that, you'll get fluffy bits like that. And if you keep going, you end up with a big old bundle. That's going to blunt the life out of that. My little carving knife don't want to do that too much. But you can make a nice dense bundle, and the art to it is to start off really, really gently, and once it starts spreading, the more it spreads, the more you increase your breath. Primitive is a skill for sure. Yeah, definitely, man. I've got my mate brought me a present last month, which I was extremely happy about. But all I've got to do now is go to the chalk cliffs up on the downs. There's a load of chalk cliffs where they used to have a lime kiln burning operation up there, and go and get myself a nice big ringing piece of flint. And he bought me a set of these, which I'm extremely happy about, because if I cut it off here, cut the tine off, I can make myself a bopper to obviously as a hammer, because deer antlers are very similar resonant vibrational frequencies of flint, so it will crack it. It's the same as hitting it with another piece of flint, but it's not as hard, so you can actually take off better flakes. And then I can use this as a I can't remember the name for it now, my brain's gone dead. It's too late in the evening. What do they call them? Can't remember. Pressure flaker. There we go, a pressure flaker. So I can sharpen up this tine here and use it as a pressure flaker. But ideally it should be the straight one, but I don't think it's long enough. But I could make a handle for it, and I'm not sure what to do with that. I might carve some like beads out of it, or make a necklace. Pokey bit, yeah, that's it. Yeah, the pokey bit. that is the technical name for it. I say it's too late in the evening for me to remember things. But yeah, I can make a decent pressure flaker out of that, and that will pop small flakes off, and I can make like really sort of fine, intricate arrowheads and stuff like that. I'm not brilliant at flint knapping. I can make a blade, I can make an arrowhead, but I'm not like Will Lord or his dad John. You know what I mean? I'm not like the expert. Right, yeah, go on. Say good night to your mum and then go on, quick. Move out the way. Go on. Going past me. I tried the clay oven on beach clay. But it worked a charm. Yeah, nice, decent, man. I've made a few clay ovens. I made this really rudimentary. Probably make something a bit fancy, but I thought I'd see if I could make a pipe because I wanted to have a go at making like the big ones that I used to use in the Victorian times, and I just wanted to see if I could get it hot enough to harden the clay and actually kiln it, and it worked really well. But I couldn't get hold of any concrete block pavers, so I used normal house bricks, and they eventually they shattered because it's like 1500 degrees inside. I'd love to see you a few outdoor cooking videos. Hopefully, fingers crossed, if nothing goes wrong, I'm going camping on Wednesday, and I've got a big bit of pork I've just started seasoning. I've put paprika, black pepper, cayenne pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and did I say black pepper? And basically, I've rubbed it all into the meat. I've wrapped it up, and that'll be sitting there maturing. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Too right. I found a bottle dump last year up in the South Downs. It's next to an old lime kiln, and there's quite a few lime kilns around here. And I found a bottle dump, and I found one of these little. I need to clean it up. One of these little mini milk bottles. You can see the bottoms all it's all different shapes. I'm assuming where it was blown. It's got MMB written on it, so that would have been a milk bottle for the kids at school. But I'd love to find some of those clay pipes. I think that'd be brilliant. I'm sure they're about, but I just haven't found any place where I can. Where I've seen them. A lot of old pottery and stuff around here, but most of it's broken. I did find the smashed poison bottle, which I was a bit annoyed about. My mate, when he was a kid, found a black onion bottle, and it was worth loads of money. I ain't got much sharpness. It's a little bit sharp, but oh yeah. Yeah, we had the old cardboard ones. I knew what you meant. Parsons, yeah. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, we had the cardboard cartons, the old straw poking in the top. I'm not as old as I look. Not as not. I'm not that. Well, I'm oldish, but not old enough to remember like glass bottles at school. I don't know. Did we have glass bottles at play school? I can't remember. Maybe, but okay. But yeah, I'm well into my bushcraft and history and stuff like that. I absolutely love it. I just spend most of my time researching it and stuff like that. Open L, yeah, open L, whatever way you want to say it. They are bloody amazing. It's really good for carving. It's just such a nice little knife. I've got like a big bushcraft knife. I've got like little Mora carving knives and stuff like that. And this thing for doing like intricate work like that one, doing stuff like that is absolutely perfect. It's brilliant. I mean, I can't knock it really. I'm going to try and get up for one of old Hampshire and whatever survival, can't remember the name now. Try and get up for one of their camp outs at some point because I want to teach Sticks how to do that spiral. I said I'll show him how to do it. Oh, there's one of my little camp spoons that I made. It's made out of ash. Not the best wood to make spoons out of, but it's decent enough. Oh, carbon steel's the best, basically. It's brilliant. Don't want to be rude. I think the beard needs a slight manicure. Let it go, man. That's what I say. I'm a wild man. I don't need to trim my beard. If I trim my beard, I might as well start painting my nails and walking around with a handbag, you know? It needs a comb. That's what it is. It needs a good oil up and a comb. It's all over the place. It comes down to about here normally. But I can't be bothered. Can't be bothered with it at the moment. I'm not trying to win any beauty competitions. Not trying to impress anyone, you know. All right, mate. How's it going? Oh, not too bad, man. Not too bad. There we go. I know it looks like a big chunky axe handle, but I want to get the top bit right, just to get the axe head on. Don't change it. No, I'd get confused. Exactly. That's it. If I shaved it off, you wouldn't recognise me. I look like a foot. I've got a really big pointy Bruce Forsyth chin. Yeah, I look like a foot without a beard. Foot with eyes and a nose. What's up? Neria. Thomas wants you. But that should fit the top of my axe. Well, my axe should fit the top of that, as I say. And then hopefully I can carve a decent handle for it. I'm going for a really long handle. Don't ask me why. It's too long for the axe head. I want something really thin and nice, just so I can. Because when I'm carving, if I'm carving something, I don't hold the end of the axe like that. I hold it, literally sort of hold my hand up here anyway. So if I've got a long handle, it won't really matter too much. There we go. She's off again. Wait. Off you go. Forest axe, yeah, sort of. No, forest axes are a lot bigger. Oh, look at that. Hey, I knocked my tin of Airfix World War II planes off. And the old Grandad's chess set as well. And luckily enough, it didn't come flying out, which is nice. There we go. What was that? I just went up my sleeve. Oh, got flowers. Don't need flowers. Oh, that was. No, forest axes are sort of between a felon axe and a hatchet, aren't they? I love a game of chess, yes, so do I. Hard to get the right wood. Ash is actually particularly good for tool handles. But this is a forest axe. And it's not as big as a forest axe. Exactly, that's it. Can't wait to see the axe head on. See handle. I should have most of it done tomorrow. I'll peel some of that off. I've got a couple of big old draw knives. I use a draw knife to take most of the meat off, and then I've got a really old spoke shave as well, which I'm going to use. See the size of it there. Yeah, that's a forest axe. That's a Grantsford's Brux one. That is. I think it needs a good sharpen, to be honest with you. Yeah, definitely needs a sharpen up. It's biting a little bit. I need to give it a strop, I think. But yeah, this thing peels through trees like butter. Absolutely brilliant. Lovely bit of kit that is. Set you back a pretty penny, but I bought it when I had money, so I thought I'd get it. It lasts me a lifetime. Hand forged, isn't it, the Grantsford's? But yeah, that's there. This is a lovely forest axe. You can actually get a decent Husqvarna forest axe. They're about 50-60 quid, I think, on the right of those ones. And I've got a hand forged. It's absolutely rubbish for Can't just the sharp, nice the way out here. I'm alright at sharpening. I mean, as long as it's sharp to start off with, I'll just strop it with leather. Makes mine look like. There you go. This is my fancy axe. This is not really good for woodworking, but this is a Francesca axe, the old Frankish axe. I mean, it's all right. You can chop wood with it, but it hasn't got the handle on it. I might make a decent handle for it and razor it up. Have a look at the Husky axe. Yeah, they're decent, man. It's basically the big version of that hatchet that I've got. It's a forest axe version, so it's got that round head, but that's a Francesca. I've actually got two of these. I ordered two of them by mistake, and I was like, oh, I'll just have two of them. But I've got to take that round my mate's house and get it on the wheel, put a decent bevel on it. I've seen an axe head like that before. Where's it from? It's Frankish, so it would have been around the time of the Romans, or just after the Romans. It's a battle axe, basically. I know the common conception of misconception of battle axes are these big double bit things that barbarians wield around, but they're actually not. Battle axes are just like sort of the size of a hatchet. Double bit axes are for forestry. They come about for forestry. You'd never actually see in a battle, in a medieval battle or any battle, someone having a big double bitted axe, because just for the reason is when you're hitting someone, if they block, it's going to bounce back and smash you in the mush. So it's yeah, they're really cool. You get different Francescas. I know Grants's Brucks do one, but I think it's like 800 quid. It's an app, just break the bank jobby. But that forest axe, the Husqvarna one I was going on about, it's got the same head as that, but it's a bigger head, which is a nice. It's a decent axe. You know, it does the trick. It's nice and sharp, cuts through everything pretty much. Decent. Ever tried throwing axes? That's what that Francesca is. It is actually meant to be a throwing axe, but I don't like throwing things. But yeah, the throwing axe debate in the historical community is hilarious. Did they throw axes or didn't they throw axes? That is the question. I mean, my commentary on it would be that steel's really expensive back in the day. It's a commodity. You probably inherited your axe from your dad. You're in a battle. You've got your weapon in your hand. Why would you throw your axe at the enemy when you could just as easily throw a spear? But that's one for another debate for another time, isn't it? I've never thrown them. They are actually throwing axes. I bought a pair of them, so I've never actually gone to the effort of throwing them. My mate keeps trying to blag me up to do it up on this land, but yeah, it's just one of those debates, and no one will ever really know. I think they would have thrown it in battle if desperate. I imagine in those times it was frantic and frightening. Yeah, I know, but yeah, I mean, like, you know, if it's someone's running away from you or something like that, you could probably lob it at them if it's a one-on-one or something like that. But in a battle, I mean, a spear will stick in the shield and weigh the shield down, rendering your shield pretty useless until you can pull the spear out. While you're pulling the spear out, someone's throwing another spear at your head. So it's sort of like but axes, you can bounce an axe off, and then you've got their axe. Cheers, mate. I'll use that later. It's just one of those greatly debated things. Lob it and leg it, yeah, yeah, run away. Run away from it. But I say it's just one of those things that's always going to be debated. There's no actual like archaeological evidence of people throwing axes in battle, but they could have done. It's just one of those things. It is just one of those things that people will never know and people will always argue about. But yeah, I think that's going to sit on there fairly good. I'm going to have to sand it down a bit tomorrow, and I'll have to do it in the daytime because I don't want to piss the neighbours off by macking the crap out of it with a maul. And I've already mauled my maul from putting axe heads on before. I need to make another one, really. I'll keep it's meant to be for carpentry work, but I'll keep smacking the granny out of it. Putting wedges in, iron wedges and stuff into wood, and smacking in like big nails and things like that with it. I'm one of those people. I'm like, that do whack, 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 whack. Oh, I shouldn't have used that. Yeah, I mean, the ultimate long-range weapon in the battle's got to be the bow, isn't it? It's such a slender piece that goes into the head. Yeah. It is a very, very small Very small. I'm assuming this was hand forged by the looks of it. I don't know if that's been repaired and pattern welded or. Oh, my throat's drying out now. I've actually got a few of these my mate gave me, but this one's had some use. It's not it's not flat. So if we get like the top of the axe there, it's actually got like, oh, can't even see that. Careful, because my chisel's really sharp, but it comes down at an angle. Do I have a copy of the Bowyer's Bible? No, I don't. I'm one of these people who I struggle with books. I have to see what I'm doing. If I can see it and I can picture it in my head, I can make it. I did make a survival bow, made out of the worst wood possible, but it does work. It's £75 draw, which is definitely enough. I tested it on my fishing scale, my big one, when I did the tillering. But no, I have to watch someone make a bow, and then I've got quite a good memory for things like that, and I'll remember what I've seen, and I'll be able to put it into practice. I can't really do the whole book thing. I'm alright with like mushroom books and stuff like that, you know, like looking at mushrooms and things. But when it's like how to do this and how to do that, I have to see it to be able to do it. Is it phonetic learning? Which is why I didn't do very well at school. But I did really well when I went to college. I did countryside management at college. Let me just get some of these big splinters out of the way. And I did lowland game management, countryside management, arboriculture, animal and plant biology, stuff like that. But let's have a see if I can get there. It's a survival bow, so it's, you know, something that you're going to make. I only used a knife to make it, and it's one of those I need to get a deer or something to eat, like knock a pigeon out of a tree. But I think you could probably knock a man down in a medieval battle with this. But hard to see. But it's got some strength to it. Can't really back up more than that. But it definitely thumps out an arrow. And it hasn't broken yet. It's considering it's got a few knots in it as well, which I was genuinely shocked with. But spoke shavers are handy. Yeah, I've got some really cool spoke shavers. Love to bow hunt. Unfortunately, it's illegal in the UK, but you'd have to go over to America or somewhere like that. Maybe somewhere in Northern Europe. Yeah. Yeah, it's completely illegal bow hunting in England, unfortunately. Go on, you're going past. Go on. I'll make a cup of tea in a minute. But yeah, bow hunting would be the ultimate thing. Highly trained, yeah, to a certain degree. I'm a bit of an idiot with something. Tried making an ash bow. Ash is really good material to make a bow out of. But what you want to do is you want to get yourself a 8-foot long ash log, split it into quarters, then split it into staves, and then put PVA glue or paint on the end of the staves, and then leave them to dry. They won't split. It lets the moisture out really, really slowly. But this is just a piece of hazel coppice that I tillered basically into a bow. And, it would definitely do the trick in a sticky situation. Let's put it that way. So I know if I was ever in a survival situation and I needed to hunt something, I could make myself a decent bow. I could nap flint to a certain degree, so I'll be able to make an arrowhead. Oh, knocking the lights off. So I reckon I wouldn't do too bad at that. But it's all theory until you put it into practice, isn't it? At the end of the day, all just depends on how much you panic when you're in that situation. But excuse me, just a second, I think. But I've made a few crossbows in the time. I've made more crossbows than I've bows. And that's what this is going to be. And it's starting to take shape. Starting to get a bend to it. Yeah. I tell you what, yeah, my mate owns 2 forests, so plenty of room for everyone. Mate, I made a hazel with success. Maybe less, £10 straight. Still my barn shape. Yeah, sweet man, sweet. Sweet as a nut. I'd love a handmade crossbow. Well, maybe when I get that one down to a T, I'll make another one and dish it out. When I hit a certain amount of subs, I'll do a giveaway or something. But, I made one up in the woods 2 years ago with just a hatchet, and my mate was genuinely shocked at how far the actual. I didn't have a bolt, so I just stuck a pointy stick in it and shot it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that's actually quite powerful. That would be awesome." Yeah, man, definitely. There's only a few of us here. Doesn't mean you ain't gonna go viral. Oh, my videos have already gone viral, man. My big videos do rubbish. My shorts, my biggest shorts on 400,000 views, and I've got another one on 300,000, another one on 200,000. Quite a lot of them on 50 and 60. I go viral on shorts because I make short. I started off as a TikToker, so I make short videos. That's what I do. In the daytime, I normally have about 100, 200 people in my lives watching me carve, but I'm outside doing it. And hammer and chisel and all that sort of thing. But yeah, my videos are definitely some of them have hit quite big numbers. Thermoplastic and nails for hours. Yeah, man, I was looking at thermoplastic because I do a lot of fishing and stuff. And like when you like lose a cap on the end of your arm and your chair and stuff like that, it'd be perfect for stuff like that. Or like fixing tripods and sticking things to things and whatnot. Yeah, I thought your shorts would be popular. You are funny in them. Yeah, cheers, man. I do try and take the mick a bit. It's only for a bit of a giggle. People enjoy them. I find YouTube's weird. Like if you're on TikTok and you get like 300 views, that's it. That's your lot. It won't go up any more than that. But on YouTube, I'll get like 1,000 views, and then a week later, it'll go up to like 8,000 and 10,000, and it just keeps going up. It just takes a while for them to kick off on YouTube, I find. I got 1,000 subs off of one of my videos. I was well shocked. Thought that's it. I've made it, and then they drop back down again. But that's social media for you, you know. It's up and down, and that. So, but I'm not too fussed if I become famous or not. I enjoy what I do, you know. Yeah, it's mad, man. Yeah, 10,000 likes, 396,000 views, and 1,000 subs off of the one video. Because one week I was getting 200 subs a day, and I was like, oh, if it carries on like this, I'll have 100,000 by the end of the year and all this sort of stuff. And then it just went whoop straight back down again. I've actually had my account for about 2 years, but I only started properly posting on it about 2 months ago because I was posting on it, I weren't getting anywhere, so I mugged it off, and I was doing really well on TikTok, and then I just thought I'll just stick to this instead. But, and I thought maybe if I put one of my reaction videos on YouTube, it might actually do well. I think you do well if you keep going. What you do, yeah, I'm going to give it a crack anyway. I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to see what happens. If I do well, I'll do well. If I don't, I'll just crack on anyway because it gives me something to do. I'm waiting for major heart surgery, so I've just sort of made up a job for myself. You know, something that I should be doing every day just to keep myself occupied, if that makes sense. So I've just started doing social media as like, you know, something that just give me something to do in the daytimes because I can't work. Struggle getting about nowadays. It's really hard work for me. So I just started thinking, well, I know loads about bushcraft and survival and history and stuff like that, and I might as well give it a crack. Hope the heart surgery goes well. Sorry to hear. Oh, I'll be all right. I'll be fine. I'm waiting for a valve replacement. So when they replace that, after 6 months of recovery and sitting around being pampered on, and I can go back to work. And I'll put more effort into my carvings and start selling my carvings as well, and dishing them out and stuff like that. Right? But, yeah, I'll do a lot more effort. Put a lot more effort into my woodworking. Yeah, I'm young and strong. That's what the doctor said as well. So, I mean, my doctor said to me, she goes, my dad's 83 and he's just had a heart valve replacement and he's absolutely fine. So you'll be all right. I was like, quality. that fills me with optimism. It's just waiting for it and getting it done, you know, and all that stuff. So they are a bit in between. But I have good days and I have bad days. But if you build it, they will come. Yeah, exactly. Wasn't that the one with the baseball pitch in the cornfield or something? The old film. It's been a while. But yeah, man, I need to do more of these as well. More of the wood spirits. Field of Dreams. That's it. That's the one. I need to get on the case. Practicing my faces and stuff. I'd like to do more faces. There's a bloke on here. I don't know. He does better on TikTok, but I don't know if he's on YouTube. But his name's Kerry Pierce, and the bloke's absolutely legendary at carving. I started one in a piece of cherry. Started doing a bearded face. Cheers, man. That is appreciated. And it started to crack when I brought it, because that's the thing. You keep wood in the shed. You think it's dry, then you bring it inside, and it's a degree warmer and drier inside, and bosh, it's gone. But luckily enough, it cracked right down the side of his face, so there's no foul there. So I need to finish that off. Give him a hat. Do a big one. After that as well, I want to get. I have to blag my mate up to take his 4x4 up the woods, but I'll get him to cut me a monster piece of oak, and I'll carve something fantastic into it. Just sit out in the garden. Put my storm shelter up so I don't get wet in the winter. Have my fire going in front of me. That'd be nice. Nice cup of tea. Having a little chisel away. Got enough wood to build a battleship at the moment. So it's, what I'm really after is fruit trees. And I think if it's still there, I've got half an apple tree at my mate's house. It's been in the shed for a very long time. So hopefully that'll still be there. I can go and pick that up and make some really cool looking spoons. I mean, you look at that, that's cherry. You can see the dark heartwood in it. Got that lovely heartwood. That was the original tree. That's a sapwood. As a subscriber, what I'm going to try and blag my mate up so I can do one in the summer. I think get a load of people down, do like a work party or something. We do a load of coppice and have a big old pit fire and cook half a pig in it or something. Am I a member of Bushcraft UK? No, but I'll have a look. Bushcraft UK, is it what is it, a YouTube channel? How am I doing? Good, thanks. How are you, man? Bushcraft UK. Thanks to a couple of people. See you soon. See you later, mate. Nice talking to you, man. I'll watch some more of your videos later. I'll have a butcher's forum. It's a bushcraft website going for years. I'll have a look. I've just written down the name. Not that I probably need to because it's quite easy to remember, but just in case, because I'll get distracted by something shiny, I'm sure, and then forget what I'm doing. Yeah, I'll definitely have a look at it. Definitely go and have a butcher's hook at that. Oh, there's my old fireboard. I'm not been on in a while. I think it is. I'll definitely have a butcher's. I'll definitely have a butcher's. Right, it's tea time. So I'm gonna have a cup of tea and some biscuits and stuff and chill out. Make a reaction video. My microphone's still on, yeah, that's all right. Still got some battery left in it. They run yearly bush. I think you'd like that. Yeah, sweet, man. Well, I've got I know an old fellow who does traditional charcoal burning, and he does like weekends, basically where he gets people in to help him burn the charcoal, and he does like big barbecue and all that, and everyone can camp out and have a drink, and he gets the cider in and stuff, and that's pretty cool. He's a good bloke. His name's Ian, and he's got some really big charcoal kilns, and I don't think I've got the original video, because if I put it on here, it's going to be watermarked with bloody TikTok on it. But there is a TikTok video, 3-part TikTok video where he invited us to check out one of his burns, and he was doing a small charcoal burn, and it was just awesome to see, like the old ways of doing it. Obviously not the old school way where you cover it in turfs and stuff like that, but it's the big metal drum with the chimney sticking out the side. You put in the kettle on. She is good. Right, anyway, I'm going. I might be on tomorrow. I might give it a break. But, cheers for chatting. Thanks for your time. Been nice to chat off for a couple myself. Wicked, man. Enjoy yourselves. Have fun, guys. Laters, man. See you later. Have a good one.